You know what I'm saying? Me and nephew. You know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself to these people because I don't never think you done gave them what it is with you.
Great Elijah. And this is
Say
the
less.
Throne Show.
Say less. Yeah, we back in the joint. This is your boy King David. You know what I'm talking about? And the Great Elijah. You feel me? And today we're gonna talk about the Missouri Compromise of 1820 and how it's done affected black people all the way up into 2022. You know what I'm talking about? So, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start off, man, because I know you just got into it, man. So what you found out about it, man? Give me your synopsis of what's going on inside of this thing. What happened?
So basically, Missouri was bought from the Louisiana Treaty.
Right.
And it was already 11 slave states.
Right.
And 11 free states.
Indeed.
And when it was bought, they wanted to enter it as a slave state.
They wanted to bring them in as a slave state.
Facts. But it was over there. And then they had to create the line for them to bring it in as a slave state. They had to create the balance. The compromise is about the balance. Because it would have been more slave states than free states.
So what did they do? So it wouldn't be more slave states than free states.
Maine wanted to come in. They wanted to separate. They wanted to become a state of its own.
Right.
So they came in as a free state.
So they said, so every time a state came in, it had to be two states, right? A free state
and a slave
and
state.
A slave state. Balance. So you got to keep, so one state can't just come into the union no more.
Facts.
It's got to be two. It's got to be a free one and a slave state.
But that's not what the Southerners were saying. They was just saying it should be that state's choice whether they want to be a slave state or not. No matter
where it's at.
No matter where it's at.
So if it's west of the Mississippi, they can do whatever they want to do. That's what they were saying.
That line, long as this don't go above that line.
Above what line? Explain the line.
The line 30 to 32.
The longitude or the latitude line.
The latitude line.
Yeah. So long as it was below that line, they wanted all of them to be slave states. That's what you saying. But the union said, nah. For every one, it's got to be a free one.
A free one. Got to keep the balance.
But what else? What else about the compromise? What else is within the compromise? What other stipulations is it in there? It's some more shit to it, ain't it?
Yeah, it's some more shit.
What else they was doing? What's the other shit they was doing now?
We talk about I was really big on that these states should be able to do what they want to do. If say you buy a state, you know what I'm saying? You buy a state. You own the state. It shouldn't matter where you located at. That's your state.
And if you want slavery, then that's what you saying.
That's a fact. But then they had this thing where somebody and his sons went and killed some people because of this. They didn't like it.
Where was they from?
Free states.
And they went and killed some people in slave states?
In slave states, yeah. Straight up. I seen it.
Over the law.
Over the law. Yeah. After the compromise.
And they say this is what led to the Civil War, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was the
This was the
beginning
road.
of the
Yeah.
This was the
It
beginning
was
of
bleeding
the
Kansas.
seeds.
Bleeding Kansas. That's what it was.
Yeah. All right. Well, my thing about the Missouri Compromise is at this time, you know, it was a political move by the South. You know what I'm saying? It was because they had so much money, they was trying to capitalize off the money and turn it into political power. You know what I'm saying? And the North trying to keep their political power because they got the population. You know what I'm saying? They got more people. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to keep the advantage. And so, black people wasn't counted. You know what I'm saying? They was considered property like livestock. You know what I'm saying? So as part of the compromise, we started getting counted into the population, but not as a whole person, as 3/5 of a person. Did you get to that part of the compromise? Yeah, go read the stipulations. You know what I'm saying? In the stipulations of the compromise is the 3/5 law. Now, this is what always irked me about the Missouri Compromise. Okay, they came out with this 3/5 law. You know what I'm saying? We count as 3/5 of a person. So for every 5 black people, that's 3 votes. You know what I'm saying? For the South. So when they tally up the population, they can get more senators and congressmen based on the number of slaves in the state. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. But then later on, we get freed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they ever address our status. Do they address our status? Did they give us citizenship? Because later on we had to get civil rights. You know what I'm saying? Because they was Jim Crowing us and making all these laws. You know what I'm saying? Where we can't do this, we can't vote, we can't do this, we can't go here. You know what I'm saying? Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I done always been looking at. About this shit. And black people, we just go along. We so American. You know what I'm saying? Like, we so into this shit. We so down with this shit. Like, is we really playing ourselves and not looking at the real big picture and not taking care of the real root of all our motherfucking problems, which is we not considered whole people. You know what I'm saying? It's really real.
I don't think they ever gave us citizenship.
We got to get in the legislation and see what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got to be in the books. We got to know what time it is. We got to know what it say in regards to that, because they be having all these court cases with these police and they be walking most of the time. It could be based on these statutes and these little premises in the laws. You know what I'm saying? We don't pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? We operate without the awareness of our real standing. What time is it with us really? You know what I'm saying? Like,
just going with the motions and
going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? Going through motions that ain't never got us where we need to be, where we ought to be, considering that we built this entire country. You know what I'm saying? And we still put in all the work and do contribute all the greatness to the United States. You know what I'm saying? They don't, man, without us, they'll be looking stupid all over the place. They'll be looking stupid at the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere where it's supposed to be some type of competition without the black people, they won't be competing. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't got our equal standing. And that could be the reason why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always looked at that like, yo, when did they ever go back and address that right there? You know what I'm saying? Okay, they let us free and all that, but did they
really
write something in the law that
say that we are really
that now we count as a whole person? Now we get rights under the, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third, just like everybody else that's been Americans the whole time, or people that gain their citizenship and all that, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think they ever let us really get our citizenship. I don't think we ever really was a whole.
I don't know if they ever did either. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that like civil rights, it's a contract. They be renewing it. You know what I'm saying? Like every 25 years or something like that. I think they did it in 2014 or something like that. It was running out again. Yeah.
And they had this compromise after the Missouri Compromise.
What year was it?
1850.
1850? Who was involved with this?
California became a free state. The rest of the Mexican secession was divided into two parts: Utah, New Mexico. People in Utah and New Mexico used popular sovereignty to decide on slavery issue. The slave trade ended in Washington, D.C. No more slaves was able to be traded. They were still having slavery, but you couldn't trade slaves. And the fugitive slave law was passed. So slaves escaped from the South. The North was ordered to send them back under law. And they was getting mad when motherfuckers from the North weren't cooperating with the act. Niggas would have sent them the slaves back when they escaped. You know what I'm saying?
They was just letting them be free.
Letting them be free. Some of them sent them back.
Yeah.
But that shit crazy. That act right there crazy. That I think that's what really led to
Civil War.
Yeah.
South mad.
Mad as hell. These niggas keeping the bread.
They letting them stay. Nigga, if you don't send my nigga back down, that's my nigga.
Yeah, see? I'm telling you.
That is my nigga.
That was big.
Yeah, that was big. It's still big.
It's still big.
It's still a big deal. That shit is still a big deal, my nigga. That shit, that bill is still forced to be reckoned with right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Every time they lose one of them cases against the police, I'd be like, I wonder, is that why they lost? Sure. I wonder, did they go back in the back and talk about
On the game.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you niggas don't even know this right here. They ain't doing their research.
And then the Dred Scott, they told him like, bro, you are not based on the laws on the books. And this was in 1857. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right before the Civil War popped up. You don't get no rights under the laws of the United States of America. You are not a person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so every time the Civil Rights Bill be up, that's what's on the line. If they don't get a new one ironed out, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we get this, we get this. Well, y'all got to give up this, this, and this. Then you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to provide that for y'allself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a negotiation. They negotiated that. All right, we'll keep the package we get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, y'all don't need nothing new. All right. Resign, boy. It's on for the next 25. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. That's how we do it. It ain't no game, bro.
It is a game. It's a diabolical game, though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's wild.
It's something people wouldn't even, they can't fathom that.
I don't know why. It's right there.
It is right there.
It's on. You know what I'm saying? It's on the books. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life. Like we living by it and not understand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we live a life based on it, but we not understanding that this why this shit is like this. We need this shit to get motherfucking righted on
Yeah.
the books.
Facts.
So now we operating with a different awareness and a different understanding, and you understanding that you can't just do shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an American. Just like everybody motherfucking else, nigga. You can't do that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole person, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, bro. Niggas gotta figure that out. You know what I'm saying? We need lawyers and shit, like working on the case and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they need to be signing the papers immediately.
Straight up, like, hey, yeah, we need to.
Yeah, the whole thing, like, make it right, nigga.
Yeah, get this shit together. Yeah, write up some new shit.
Motherfuckers is,
Yeah, write up some new legislation. Get us our line.
what's
shit.
that, 60% of a nigga?
You know what I'm saying? 60% of a person, my nigga. Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Bitch, what? I'm a whole 100.
You know what I'm saying? Well, God damn.
That shit crazy right there.
That shit is crazy.
That's disrespectful.
That shit is crazy. And see, like, once they got it on the books like that with that Dred Scott, that's a Supreme Court case. You know what I'm saying? So all the rest of the courts make they rulings based off of what the Supreme Court says the law based on the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? So by them saying this nigga don't get no rights, you know what I'm saying? At what point did they write it in and say, hey, y'all got all same rights as everybody else. For sure.
Yeah. When was it made known to be true?
That shit ain't never happened for me. You know what I'm saying? Because they snuck this shit in back in the day. And this was on the motherfucking books. But it's just quiet. Like, don't nobody talk about this shit.
Facts. They do talk about it during the case. It ain't heard of. They go to the bank. Recall, say, time out.
Nah, the judge, you know, he'll tell them, hey, let me see y'all back in the back chambers. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell the prosecutor and the lawyer, yeah, y'all come back in the back. We need to talk. Yeah, what you think they be talking about? They be talking about, look, we gonna do this right here because it's, you know what I'm saying? When you get out here, you just, you know, the lawyer can just act like he don't know what he doing no more. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna even present your case the way it should be presented. You be looking at this motherfucker like, man, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? I done paid this nigga my money. Yeah, they made the deal because they can. Because based on this, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? So we can handle you in your kind of, you know what I'm saying? One day we gonna learn. You know what I'm saying?
That shit deep, man.
Yeah, that shit is the realest shit. That's why I wanted to start talking about this the first motherfucking time.
It
You know
make
what I'm
you think
saying?
like, what the fuck was niggas thinking? Like,
Well, like, you know, what say we ain't had no say in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Even after the fact, when did this part of that get addressed? Because this is the law. You know what I'm saying? So at what point did they within the law address this point? What amendment addresses it and say, oh yeah, we ain't doing that 3/5 of a person shit no more. They a whole one now. Boom, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So they count person for person. You know what I'm saying? The law real technical like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do all the shit that they do for real. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's on the books, did it say this? Nigga, really, we done came in here now.
You are. Yeah.
You is there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on. Oh. Oh yeah, we finna bounce you like round ball then, nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Damn, that could be it every single time.
Every
All
time,
this shit be
everything.
in the news. You be hearing about motherfuckers just be walking sky ass free and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Even our own.
Yeah. Hey. You ain't no motherfucker.
Right. They both was 3/5.
Okay.
Okay. Make it easy, but
We know you do.
no, you don't stop.
We'll pick them up with you.
Right.
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 Ah,
It's like that.
our people, we gotta get real on the ball, like serious note.
Yeah. Like, understand that that's where the game is at. You know what I'm saying? That's how you win this shit. You know what I'm saying? When you could push your plays over there. Oh, we need to get this done. Yeah. Call motherfucking and tell him to call them motherfuckers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up, that's how we can start playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit real. This shit real. Like, motherfuckers giving everything they motherfucking want except for us. How the fuck? What the fuck? Don't seem right.
Don't seem right. I really can't. I can see it because it's real, but damn. I always imagine myself. I always imagine myself on the winning side. I can't
I
believe
ain't never even imagined. I always want. I always win. I always get what I want. But I always work for it too. You know what I'm saying? I earned it.
you think we work for the wrong thing.
No. No, I never was working for the wrong thing. I was doing the wrong things, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't working for the wrong things. I just should have went about it a different time. You know what I'm saying? That's, because I was always going after the same thing. I'm still after the same thing. Ain't nothing changed, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not going about it the same way I used to. I'm going about it
to where it's supposed to be go went about. Yeah. Yeah. There's only one way to play.
Scientific.
There's only one way to play, man.
You already know. See, I ain't see none of that tonight.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like
I was
man,
was
I
so
don't know,
mad,
man. I don't know.
I'd be so mad.
Why put this in front of me?
Right.
This is disrespect. Disrespect. It's not
Making me
entertaining.
mad. Piss me off.
That shit crazy,
It's
man.
supposed to be the fucking ocean. I'm supposed to see high level intensity.
Domination.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Bullshit, man.
High discipline. Extremely discipline.
Because you know it could be done better.
Of course. Oh, damnation. You don't want to just win.
Yeah.
Can't just win. Nah. You gotta
And
win
that's what this is.
by
This
the most.
is
You got
we
to kill these. Like, you know what I'm saying?
foot on your
Come
neck,
up,
nigga.
yeah.
Like
It's really go up and kill these niggas. With that. You know what I'm saying?
that's what this is, man. It's domination right here. You see it every day. The
Every
domination.
day, put in the work. Every day, win the day. Win the day, put your work in. That's how you win. So you take care of business every single day. Attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Start going.